Ooh, another Holotaco collection to review? Yes, it is, but let's cut the sexy music because I ain't simply and I don't like nail polish that much. Welcome back to Ruby on Nails, and let's jump into the review. Now, I don't know about you, but I frequent the Simply subreddit quite often, and I saw some mixed reviews. Glowing reviews, but I saw some comments saying that this was too similar to the last Rainbow collection. So let's squash the beef and figure it out, starting with Pink Fizz. Pink Fizz is a beautiful, rosy, baby pink linear holo. It is in the same formula as the last Rainbow collection, and let me just say, this collection can easily stand on its own, but very nicely complements the Rainbow collection of 2020. So, beef squashed, I'm bad at clickbait. Now let's look at this collection on its own without having to compare it to other past polishes, because it does deserve its own spotlight. Like, look at me swatch this. It's pretty, it's juicy, and most importantly, it's jam-packed with holo, and it's pink. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm obsessed with all of the pinks from Holotaco. I'll say it over and over again. Like, for a pastel collection, this is dope. And honestly, it really reminds me of the old Starly Menchie the cat. I don't know, what do you think? And because I'm doing this in rainbow order, just for the aesthetic, next is Coral Chaser, which is a gorgeous blood orange linear holo. I really like this shade. I'm wearing it on my hands right now, so while I'm doing voiceover, I can stare at how pretty they are, not just in the clips, but in real life. Coral Chaser was fully opaque in 2 coats on this length of nail. However, I do suspect that if I were to have my normal length of nail, it would be a little bit patchy. Just like the last collection in the lighter shades, you might need a 3rd coat if you have really long nails. I do really like this color, and it's not often that you get these salmon-y looking holo polishes. It's not super common for companies to come out with them. I really like it. It looks a little bit coppery here, but in real life it has more of a pinky undertone. So now on to my only critique about this collection. Now that you see Peach Tea and you just saw Coral Chaser, I think having 2 oranges was unnecessary, and I think a different color would have really stood out and held its own ground. You have 7 polishes and simply seems to choose these orangey shades over and over again. We have a lot of oranges from Holotaco, or bronze or coppers. But I think maybe a teal would have been an excellent addition and would have really stood out against the entire catalog of Holotaco polishes. I really love Peach Tea. I really truly do. It's beautiful. It's opaque. But I think a different color would have been better suited. Now remember, this is just my opinion, and if you love both Coral Chaser and Peach Tea, I'm glad you spent your money that way, because what makes you happy makes me happy. Up next is Lemon Spritzer, and this is another shade that I just absolutely adore. I love pinks and yellows, and Lemon Spritzer is the light yellow that I didn't know I needed. In comparison to Lemon Sucker, this is a lot more cool tone. This is a lot more green in a little bit of a way. This reminds me of a lemon lime instead of just a true lemon like Lemon Sucker was. A little confusing with all the lemons in the names, but I love this shade. It was opaque in 2 coats. If you have longer nails, you might need a 3rd coat in order to get that full juicy effect, but I can't be fully sure because my nails are little nubs right now. I will be adding an edit if I see any huge differences once I have longer nails in the opacity or the performance of the polishes. I tend to leave little edits there, so if you go back to my old videos, you might see something. Up next is Mint Mojito, which is a truly minty shade with that cool tone. I really like this, and this is the type of green that I wanted last Christmas, because I found that green taffy was a little bit too bright when I was doing Christmas nail art, and I wanted something a little bit more subdued. And boy, oh boy, did I get it. And 2021 Christmas, better look out, because I'm going to be using this bad boy all the time. Probably use it a lot this summer, and always, because linear holos are my go-to when I just want a simple mani. Mint Mojito was fully opaque in 2 coats, and again, it's one of those shades that could be hit or miss on longer nails, but if you don't mind a 3rd coat, just put a 3rd coat on. Sometimes I put a 3rd coat on because I want extra holo. I want it to stand out. And it stands out. Mint Mojito stands out. It's just so pretty. Minty. Now, because you don't know me in real life, you don't know of my love for sparkling water, plain, flavored, or from that little precious thing. I don't know what it's called, but that love has translated to this periwinkle linear holo. I love a good periwinkle polish. It could have any effect, and I'll love it as long as it's opaque and, performs nicely, but still. Periwinkle polishes are my jam, and this one, it is the jam to my peanut butter. Sparkling water is one of those polishes that can look very different depending on the lighting that you're in. Not only is there holo, but if you're indoors, it can look a little bit more purple, or if you're outdoors, it can look a little bit more blue. So I'm just saying this polish is magical and you should get it, because boy oh boy, is it pretty. Last but definitely not least is Lavender Syrup, which is our most opaque polish from this collection. Easy 2 coats, and definitely on longer nails is going to be a 2-coater. But this is a gorgeous, cool toned purple. Lavender Slushy is an excellent addition to the Holotaco collection, especially the purples. This is a gorgeous lilac shade. It was opaque in 2 coats, and I know I said I squashed the beef earlier, but I think the people who are saying that this is way too close to Purple Slushy need to break out Purple Slushy again, because that shade was really dark, whereas this one is a true pastel color. Personally speaking, this is a shade of purple that I really am drawn to, and I can see myself going through Lavender Syrup rather quickly. And with Lavender Syrup fully swatched and glossed, that is all of the polishes from the Holotaco Pastel Rainbow Collection. I didn't have a ton of time to do super unique nail art, so here's a Skittle Manny and some macros to really show off that holo sparkle. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, and if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe. The channel keeps growing, and I'm hoping to put out some really interesting stuff for you soon. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!